Oh, well, didn't see you there. My name's Taylor. I'm a PCV in Abovian, Armenia. I've been living in Armenia for about 6 months now, which is crazy to me. And I am originally from Las Vegas, Nevada. I've also lived in California, Oklahoma, and Wisconsin. So, why did I choose the Peace Corps? I, I actually did not know what the Peace Corps was until I applied, uh, which is weird because, like, I'm 34 years old. I know I look like this, but I'm 34. And, I'd never heard of it. I decided I wanted to go teach abroad. So I went back to college. I got my TEFL certificate. I started applying for jobs. And one of my professors was like, "Have you ever looked into the Peace Corps?" I was like, "The what?" And I started reading through the website, I started reading the requirements, and I was like, yeah, this is me. Like, this is what I need to do. And I'd had a couple of other job offers at the time in other countries, and I was like, I want to see this through. I want to see if I can get this. And so I started the process. And 9 months later, I was flying to Armenia. So yeah, that's kind of how I chose the Peace Corps. So the highlight of my service so far isn't necessarily like a specific moment. It's like a specific feeling, and it's hard to describe. It's this feeling. It's very surreal, right? I think the first time I got it, I was sitting around the table with my host family. They were making toasts. They were toasting me. I don't know what's going on. I hope they're saying nice stuff. And I don't know. It was like this sense of belonging and this sense of just, this is happening. This is where I am. This is what's going on. And it's surreal and it's cool. And I don't know. I love it. I love that feeling. I've had it a few different times, and it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Uh, so how has my identity impacted my service? Uh, I mean, as being someone, like I said, I'm 34 years old. I'm a little bit older. I've done my early 20s, if you will, and I've grown a lot through just like different experiences, and I'd like to think that I have a little bit of wisdom when it comes to just certain aspects of life. And I try to, as much as I can, show up for people that want me to show up, and uh, I'm sure there's hopefully at least one person that can say that I've helped them throughout throughout the time here. And and I look forward to bringing that experience into the classroom. I look forward to bringing that experience into the community. I have a pretty close knit group of friends for in like the Peace Corps that I like to talk about things with. And yeah, I think just my identity of, I don't know, just growing up a little bit has been valuable for my service. And how has service impacted me? I I would say, like, I'm continuing to grow, right? Like, there's certain aspects of myself that I really like, uh, and Peace Corps continue to push them, right? Like, I enjoy being in uncomfortable situations and trying to act appropriately. I like to be open minded. I like to try new things. I like to do all of these things, and now I'm getting to do them to like the nth degree, right? So I'm getting to push myself further than I've ever been able to push myself before. And I think that has really helped me grow in those different aspects of my life. Uh, and how do I approach challenges, right? Because Peace Corps has challenges, and there's different things that come up. I would say that I approach challenges. I try to live my life by open mindedness, willingness, uh, and just integrity, right? And so I think I have to be open-minded. I have to see all of the different moving parts. Know that I am not the only person in this situation, unless I am. There's some situations that happen, like if I get too far in my head or something like that, like I might have to address that. And I think assessing the situation, looking for what's real, what's not, because I think a lot of times our mind kind of tries to skew things and tries to blow them out of proportion. So it's kind of like ground things in reality a little bit. What's actually happening? What are the possible things I can do here, right? And a lot of times it's just talking about it, right? I'd say 90% of the problems and feelings and emotions that I've had to deal with since I've came here, I've just had to talk about, right? Like I have a support system. I have friends. I have people that I call. I have people that I confide in. I have people that say, this is how I'm feeling. And sometimes, I get good advice. Sometimes I just need to get it off my chest, right? As for other challenges, like, I haven't faced many inside of like the actual school per se, because I haven't really been teaching. I did have one. One of those was fun. All right, so I started my clubs and I created a flyer that said, hey, 4th and 5th graders come at this time, 6th and 7th graders come at this time, all is welcome. And, I get to my first club, my first time ever formally teaching my own lesson plan, and over 130 kids showed up. Over 130. And I'm looking outside and I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I even do? What do I even do? And, we got through it. My counterpart was there and we adjusted everything. None of my lesson plan is actually what I taught, but, we were able to kind of get through things and start, just kind of getting some basics. And then after that, we adjusted and split into 2 groups, and then they could all fit into a classroom, because our first meeting, they were all in our like auditorium area, because there just wasn't enough, they couldn't all fit in one class. But yeah, so challenges, it's just, that's how I address challenges. I hope I answered the question. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I apologize. Coping strategies. I try to do some physical activity. I kind of believe it's like mind, body, soul, right? Like I need to keep those 3 things in check. So I have different things for like my body, right? Make sure I'm eating correctly. Make sure I'm doing some form of physical exercise. Mental, the mind, it's doing some reading, doing some studying, working on the language, different things or like coming up with a lesson plan or anything like that. And, that really helps kind of keep me sharp. And then my soul, like I did some volunteer stuff back when I was in Vegas, and I still do it. I just do it online now, and it's something that's very fulfilling to me, and something that I continue to do. And it's something that fills me up. And that's, I would say, coping strategies is just really just taking care of myself, right? Because if I'm not okay, like I can't show up for other people. Advice for future volunteers. Do it. Just do it. Think about it, right? Like, like, what do you want to get out of this? What is your purpose for doing this? My purpose, I know for myself, was I really wanted to engage in different cultures outside of the level of just travel. I wanted to live someplace else. I wanted to be around a different kind of mindset, and I wanted to embrace something that's so different from what I've grown up in. And, what's your reason? Like, and if the reason's good, like, why not? I'm not sure. I don't know. For me, I say my advice is, just go for it. Like, it's a beautiful experience. It's really life-changing, and I know I've only been here for 6 months. People that are 2 years down the line are like, "Ugh." But no, I love it. And I can't speak highly enough about this organization to travel with, because the Peace Corps is amazing. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Advice for me when I got here: give yourself a break. Stop it. Get out of your head. You're not perfect, okay? Get over yourself. I think one of the biggest challenges for me was feeling stupid, right? I'm trying to learn this new language, and I just wasn't as good as I felt like my peers were. And I was very hard. I'm a bit of a perfectionist in nature, for myself, not for anybody else, right? Like, everybody else, like, I will give you grace all day long, but when it comes to me, I will beat myself to death, you know? I'm progressing. I'm getting better. The language still bothers me, if I'm being honest. Like, I just feel like I don't get it, you know? And I work really hard, and it doesn't feel like I'm getting any better. And it's a mindset that I need to get out of. It's something I just need to continue to talk about, right? Like, no one's actually going to be able to solve this problem for me, but I do talk about this problem a lot. Anyone that has heard me rant knows that this is the bane of my existence. And so it's just giving myself a break, allowing myself to gradually learn and be in the process. I think the hardest part is not being understood, right? Because, like, I just want to talk to people, right? I just want to, like, get to know you, and I just don't have the language to do that, and that's frustrating to me. So yeah, advice from me before I got here: stop it, okay? Movies, books, podcasts. I do a little bit of reading here and there. Usually, I'm trying to read in Hairen. I'm trying to pick up a little bit more of the language, but I really haven't watched much or listened to anything. My escape is board games. So I've been playing some really good board games. So if you haven't checked out Wingspan or It's a Wonderful World is a good one. I also highly recommend, like, Splendor, Azul. Love Settlers of Catan. Don't recommend Colonist.io. Gets a little toxic on there. That was a problem for me. But yeah, no, I unwind with board games, and I got onto a board game site that I can still play with board games with my friends back home, and it's nice. Set up a video call. It's like we're all there together. Movies, books. Oh, nope. Just did that one. What else do I want to talk about? I don't know, like, things are good. I love the Peace Corps. I do think they do a lot of good work, and I don't know, it's just the amount of training I've gotten since I've gotten here, and the amount of resources that we have, and the way they've set everything up has just been a dream in terms of living in a different country. And I might be, I don't know what the future holds, but I do know I love this, and I am excited to continue in this service. I'm excited to continue to show up. And I always answer calls, so if anyone ever needs to talk or do anything, hit me up. All right. Yeah, that's all I got. All right. Yeah, no. I mean, what else do you want to know? Put on cologne for this. That's weird. You guys can't smell me. All right. Yeah, no. All right. Bye. Love ya.